On IMDb, Ocasio Bonita says, Rocky.
One of my favorite movies. Never give up. Always keep moving, always stay positive. I still got the music in my head, lol. I can watch this over and over. My favorite part is running up the stairs. I couldn't run before like that, but now I'll take it on.
What do you guys think of that? Did you know what I was doing there?
Honestly, that was really good.
Thanks. I've been working on it since I watched the movie.
Did Sylvester Stallone write that review?
That's what I thought. That's
what it sounds like. Incredible.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are here today to talk the 1976 classic Rocky with special guest, very funny Long Island comedian Rahul Andrade is on the podcast. Rahul, thanks for being here.
How you
doing? Nice.
Good.
We're going to need subtitles for this podcast.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing? Sorry, I was trying to do Indian Rocky. Two really hard to understand accents that just don't work. No, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Is Rocky's even an accent? Or is Stallone? Is that an accent or is he just like...
It's a birth defect. He,
yeah.
According to my research, when he was born, the doctors were a little too loose or tight with the forceps. So they caused a bit of an elongation in the head, and that's what led to his signature look and voice.
Huh.
Like, whoa, man, I can't believe it. This fucking doctor over here blowing on my head, man. I'm like, forceps, man. My mom was like, whoa, chill out. I'm going to do this the whole podcast. No one's going to understand what.
Andy, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Now, had either of you seen this movie before?
Yes, I'd seen it as a child.
I had also seen this as a child, but I didn't like up until recently, like a few years ago, I actually watched it fully, and I realized that it's not a boxing movie, it's a love story. When I was a kid, I thought the only scene I remembered was the training scene and the last scene.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're a kid, you only think about the action. And then when you watch it when you're older, you're like, whoa, this is deep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll get into that a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I don't know. You know? What about you, Robbie? Was this your first time?
This was my first time.
Wow.
The only Rocky movie I had seen before this was the one from the mid-2000s, Rocky Balboa.
Right.
And I only watched... I don't really remember it. I only watched it because my math teacher didn't feel like teaching.
There's nothing about Rocky Balboa that has anything to do with mathematics or education, for that matter.
No. If anything, it's a lesson of why to stay in school.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, yeah. Kid, you're going to get an education. You're going to wind up like me.
The whole premise of that movie was like a random ESPN type channel just puts up a video game graphic of Rocky fighting this other guy in a hypothetical, and Rocky murders the guy, so the guy challenges Rocky to a real fight. That's the whole story. The whole story. There's nothing more or less than that. That's it.
Well, was 1976 a big year for movies, do you think?
I'd say 1976 was a pretty big year for movies.
Oh, yeah. Rocky beat out Taxi Driver for Best Picture.
That seems wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, right?
This movie's all right.
As an Indian person, I'm very offended. That the Taxi Driver was not the pinnacle of cinema.
No.
The Front came out starring known all-around good guy Woody Allen.
Yep, everybody's favorite. King Kong came out.
Oh, the one with Jack Black?
Yep.
Yep. 1976.
It's incredible. Black Heat came out in 1976.
Is that the prequel to Heat?
Yeah. It's playing.
Then they whitewashed it.
Yeah. Yep.
Goddamn Hollywood.
Murder by Death.
Oh, they got that wrong.
Yeah, it sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a movie that came out in 1976, and it was called Ebony, Ivory, and Jade. And do you know what the tagline of this film was?
No.
3 foxy mamas turned loose.
Yo, let's do that movie next.
Yeah.
I see some foxy mamas.
Turned loose.
That sounds like Kill Bill.
It does sound like that.
Uma Thurman is Ivory, Vivica Fox is Ebony, and Lucy Liu is Jade.
By God, he's done it.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, in fairness, at first it looked like a blaxploitation film, so there's every chance Quentin Tarantino saw that and went,
Yeah, for sure.
Let me jot that one down for the idea bank.
For sure, and 7 years ago.
Excellent. Very good.
Thank you.
Oh, the movie Andy uses to lure kids into his apartment, The Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
Robbie. That's slander. I'll see you in court, brother.
I'm getting the sense over the last few weeks you just learned what the word slander was.
Yeah, it's like the Slender Man,
Okay.
that
We'll
game
just keep-
everybody's scared of.
Yep, we'll keep moving.
Okay. Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. You ever see that?
Yeah, it's all right. It's a concert movie.
Yeah, what's going on, though? It's like a concert movie, and then there's like weird footage where like Jimmy Page turns into an old man.
Oh, you're right. I don't remember any of that shit.
Fucking weird. It's a weird movie.
Oh, a movie about the Challenger came out. Voyage of the Damned.
Too soon, Robbie.
Dude, none of us were born for it.
Yeah. Not too soon, just too egregious.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck kind of entertainment is that? You know what's happening. It's not the Titanic. You can't make it whimsical.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let Tom Hanks save that disaster.
Well, like in Titanic, like the ship goes down like kind of slow.
Exactly.
Challenger, you can't be like, oh, we're going down with the ship because it's just like, and everybody's dead. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The only way to do it right is the first 2 minutes is the actual disaster, and then the rest of the movie is just all their flashbacks and the light flashing before your eyes. And then the end is the disaster. Again,
there you go.
boom. I should write movies.
Someone get this man a camera.
Man, I could write that in 3 days. I was at the end of my rope, man. I was doing porno. I was about to sell my penis, and then I wrote Rocky in 3 days. I saw the Chuck Wepner fight, and I was like, I could do that.
I read something that they were gonna put Big Bird on the Challenger.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Wouldn't that have been fucked?
Is that someone's nickname, or you mean the fella from Sesame Street?
The guy from Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
like
fella.
how
Yeah.
you guys described him as a fella and a guy from Sesame Street.
I was just feeding over Raul's
Like-
energy.
Like at the end of the
That old chap.
day, Sesame Street
That'll-
character, fellas.
Yeah, it's a big bird
Yeah.
for sure.
A movie called Tiger and Crane Fists, which I think are just paws and wings.
You're an idiot. There's a movie with Jeff Bridges, Sally Field, and Arnold Schwarzenegger called Stay Hungry. Did you know that existed?
I already ate.
Very good.
Speaking of hunger, there's a movie called Eat My Dust.
Nice.
All right, I'm getting to think this wasn't a very big year for movies.
Hold up.
This-
Carrie came out though. That's a big movie.
Hey,
Oh,
Carrie Ann. Right?
Nope.
That's word association.
Yep. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And The Omen, the original The Omen,
Ooh.
and the Barbara Streisand A Star Is Born. Guys, this was a pretty big year for movies.
Wow.
Original Bad News Bears.
Original Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Wow. The best line in that movie is something nobody can say anymore. You ever see that movie?
Yeah, a long
No.
time ago.
It's wacky and wild.
No, I've never seen it.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I think we should get to know our guest, Rahul, a little bit. What about you, Andy?
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple of questions for him. What about you? You got some questions?
No. Let me think of some.
All right, I will ask the first question. So, Rahul, what is your favorite movie, or what are your favorite movies?
Oh, God. I mean, right off the top of my head, I got to go with Lagan, otherwise known as Once Upon a Time in India. I think I told you about this movie, Rob.
You did, yes.
For the viewers at home, Lagan, Lagan, otherwise known as Once Upon a Time in India, is basically the story about like this little village that doesn't get any rain, and they got to pay a big tax to the British Empire that's controlling their village, and they can't get any rain, so they can't pay the tax. So all in hand, they go to the British temple or whatever they live in, castle, right? And they go to the castle, and they're like, "We can't pay our tax. We need a break." And the British people are like, "Play us in a game of cricket. And if you win, we will levy the tax. If not, we will triple it." And then it's basically just like The Sandlot, like this ragtag group of Indian villagers just training each other to play this sport they've never played before and using like their farming skills to get good at it. And then they win. And it's like the most inspirational, it's the most American Bollywood movie that exists.
That sounds very good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And obviously they're singing and dancing. You can't have enough
Oh,
Bollywood.
yeah.
Otherwise, honorable mention is Old Boy, that Korean movie, and
Okay.
and Napoleon Dynamite.
Nice.
Okay.
It's real eclectic.
Oh yeah, those are the peak of cinema.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Ooh.
Just doing the eclectic slide. Come on.
Nice. All right. What would you say your top 3 bands or musical artists
Ooh.
right now?
Right now, oh shit. In no particular order, the or the Chicks, as they're called now. They dropped the Dixie. Still the Wu-Tang Clan. Still love the Wu-Tang Clan. And shit.
And shit. Interesting.
Yeah, and shit. No. Damn, I don't listen to a lot of new music. I'm tempted to just say Green Day.
You very well can.
Yeah.
It's Green Day. Let's do it.
All right.
You can
Yeah.
never go
all
wrong
right.
with it.
Woogie,
Again,
woogie,
pretty-
woogie. Also eclectic.
Nice.
Yo.
I couldn't help but notice that the Royds were absent from that list, but I'll let it go.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, purposefully.
Oh, okay.
You didn't ask me my top 50, and even then, take a
Yeah.
long time to get to 49 and a half. Kidding, I love you guys.
Rahul, who deserved it?
Nobody.
Okay. Okay.
Fair. That's a good safe answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody deserves it. Sorry, I didn't mean to get sad. I pondered for a moment.
Who are your top 3 comedians?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, definitely Rob Hall.
Yeah.
Hey.
Number 2, Carlos Mencia. So you're not in good company.
Hey, wait, I'm seeing a pattern.
And number 3, Michael Richards. Just overall great at improv, knows what he's doing. The second heaviest hitter in 2006 other than Balboa himself.
Nice.
Honest answers, Stephen Wright, Dave Chappelle, and Mitch Hedberg.
All right.
Great
Honorable
choices.
mention, Nimesh Patel.
All right. Excellent answers, both fake and real. I enjoyed all of them.
Okay, here's a big one. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Would you rather be a registered sex offender or in prison for the rest of your life?
Registered sex offender. I don't care what the other answer is.
He answered before
I don't need
you
to
gave
hear it. I'd rather. I'm just curious about the life. I don't care. I'd prefer if I was an innocent sex offender, but
It doesn't matter.
I think that's a better.
Okay, that's fair. It's like tied. It's like tied. Some people would rather be just in prison. Some people would rather be on the outside.
It depends. What am I in prison for? Can I have done embezzlement go to like?
No. This is how I imagine it. You got caught doing some like sex crime, right? But you
Right.
thought you were smarter than the DA and shit. So like you're like they offer you a deal where it's like 6 months in jail, but you have to register as a sex offender, or you get like, I say prison for the rest of your life, but I'm gonna stick with prison. Realistically, probably if they're offering you a deal where you're doing 6 months, you're not gonna get prison for the rest of your life. But it's a sex crime. It's sex stuff. No, you know what? No, it's not sex stuff, but you're not in a comfy prison. So, because you're not, I don't want you to you're not getting the shit kicked out of you. Because if it was sex stuff, you'd really be getting the shit kicked out of you. And rightfully so.
Do I get to kill myself?
That's a loophole. So I'm gonna say no.
Is that C?
No, because in this scenario, no one being asked is man enough to actually pull the trigger.
Ooh. Oh, you thought this through. Oh, man. You know what, then? You got to take the life on the outside, even if it is your own prison, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think I'd be able to live with myself better with the horrible, disgusting monster I was in this hypothetical world.
I noticed you winked when you said hypothetical. That's weird.
I had something in mind.
Okay.
The viewers at home can't see how creepy I look, so I definitely wouldn't, just give me a pair of glasses and I feel like the whole sex offender look perfectly.
I say we get into Rocky.
Oh, cocky?
Nice.
About a guy who's really cocky?
You think Rocky is short for Rockled?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Rocky Balboa.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right,
What was that, Robbie?
We open on this boxing match, but the first thing we see is a giant Jesus mural.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I thought this opening scene was fucking awesome. I loved this opening boxing scene.
Yeah, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when, I don't know if it was, I think we did play in a couple of churches.
Oh yeah.
But it was always strange because you'd have a big old picture of Jesus, and then you'd just be singing your songs about, not Jesus.
Them plus size girls?
Yeah. But I don't know, it's a strange thing. Just community boxing match in a fucking church. It's weird. And I enjoyed it.
Well, did you notice the banner over the thing too? It says Resurrection AC.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, the banner over all the other posters, it says Resurrection AC, which is obviously they put that there on purpose.
Yeah.
To ham down the Jesus stuff. Because what AC company would go with the Resurrection? Has nothing to do with air conditioning.
That's true.
I thought it was a call out to Atlantic City.
Nice.
But they're in Philly.
Shh, 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 shh. The loser gets $17 for getting his ass kicked. That blows.
That does suck.
But hey, if you win, that's 40.55 after taxes.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
I
Yeah.
guess.
And he was making more money being a tough guy on the
I mean,
streets.
you know what though? I relate to that so much because, like, well, first off, the second Rocky gets off stage, or get see how I'm relating to it. The second he gets
Yeah.
out, the second he gets out of the ring, the first thing he does is walks up to a dude and bums a cigarette, which I'm like, all right, Rocky's my spirit animal. And then, like, when he's sitting around in the locker room with his opponent, like just taking a nap, he's like, all right, when do I fight again? And the guy's like, I'll let you know in 2 weeks. And I'm like, all right, that's literally every comedy booker I've ever talked to. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, all right, hey, can you get me on? And he's like, can you get 6 people?
Yeah.
Rocky's hat is stupid as hell.
All right, it's the best. It's a fedora.
Yeah, it's stupid as hell. I mean, I wouldn't tell him that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Rocky would slap the shit out of you. He's like a big dumb guy with a heart of gold.
I get the sense I would speak too quickly for him to understand.
He is really dumb.
He's just book dumb. He's street smart.
I don't know. He clearly already has CTE because he gets home
Yeah.
and he introduces his pet turtle.
Hey, this is Coffee Link to his guy. Hey, my goal.
Then he goes to the mirror and he's like,
Hey, flies and more. You know, you're always different kind of flying bug and fly more.
and I'm like, what?
That's the ramblings of an insane man, not understand this. A really mentally challenged guy would just eat his turtles.
Well, like that's why I think he has CTE.
Right?
CTE is a liberal hoax.
That is true.
No, he's not, I don't think it's CTE because he's not that violent. He's not violent at all outside the ring. When
I just
true.
think it's early on. So like I get the sense from a lot of things he does that the Rocky Balboa story ends with him killing his wife and son in a double murder suicide.
oh Jesus,
Well, flash forward to Rocky 5, he has brain damage.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the first diagnosis.
Yeah. But I mean, this movie, he is, I don't know. There's also like you said, he walks in, he feeds his turtles or whatever. It's a lot of watching Rocky do menial things in real time.
Yeah.
Like staring in a mirror for like a little too long. Where I'm like, all right, I get it. He's sad.
Rocky's not a boxing movie. It's the story about a disabled man from Philadelphia falling in love with a sweet disabled woman who works at a pet shop nearby.
It really is.
That's
It
what
really
the
is.
movie is. And it just so happens that Rocky's a boxer because he's literally too dumb to do anything else.
Yeah.
Bada bing. But it at its heart, it's a love story of two sweet ditzes.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pose this question: who wins in a fight, Rocky or Forrest Gump?
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky all day.
I don't know. I think Gump would luck into something.
If it was strictly jujitsu, then Gump would win. I think he's got the leg strength, but I don't know. If it was no rules, I don't know. Maybe Gump.
All right, so let me phrase it like this: who would win in a debate, Rocky or Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump.
Oh man, that's
Actually, oh damn,
that's something.
those are two guys with immense heart, and no matter what they say, how they say it, you believe it.
Do
Why
you?
don't you just turn on C-SPAN and find out? You know what I'm saying?
Very good. Very,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, that's some political commentary.
What do you guys think of Rocky's jokes to Adrian?
I think hit and miss.
Yeah,
Hit-
yeah. I feel so bad for this poor woman.
I go in there every day. I tell her a joke. I stop every night. I tell her a joke.
Stop harassing her. Rocky,
Well,
stop harassing her.
The whole time, her brother is like, yeah, keep fucking going, man. She needs a man. She needs a man. Keep going. It's like,
My
stop.
sister. You fucking my sister.
Yeah. Why don't you both leave her alone?
Well, at one point, her brother Paulie says something like, yeah, she's going to get all dried up. Some shit. It's like, that is your sister, my guy.
Well, and you know what? They keep Paulie, like, for the rest of the franchise. Paulie is there. They just keep him around. It's like, this is a bad guy. Get this fucking bad guy out of here.
You don't talk shit about Burt Young. That's my boy. That's my.
He's a bad man.
I can send him to Zoom, and I have his number.
Get him on here.
No, I actually. So, I mean,
we talked about this before.
You know, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to work at a French bistro in a town in Long Island, right across from where he lived. And he would basically come in twice a day and just have a good time. And he was awesome to talk to. Like, and honestly, he was the best. He tipped so fucking good. He like, if the bill was $50, he'd put down $50 extra.
That's cool.
Wow.
He was the best. Yeah.
Did he ever yell at a woman? You let a man take down your pants.
If he did, I wasn't there, but I wouldn't. He's done some stuff. He's and you know what's hilarious? Like, at that point, before I met him, I'd seen Rocky probably twice, and upon meeting him was the first time I realized he was in Rocky.
Did he look? He probably looked different.
He looks. I mean, he definitely has the same energy. He's literally Paulie in real life, but he tips a lot better. So, you know, that's the only difference.
Yeah,
he's Paulie with money.
That's pretty cool.
But he's a great. He would always come by, and he would always talk about his time in the Marines, actually, and how when he got out, his first acting job, I think, was this. What was it? This show called Roomies with Corey Feldman, where he's going back to college as a Marine, and his roommate is a child genius who's in college at like 17, played by not Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, the other Corey. Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Roomies.
That was before Rocky?
Oh yeah, that was when he was straight out the Marines. Like he was jacked then.
There was also a cat version called Zoomies. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Robbie. Very good.
You're a bum.
What do you think of Rocky working for Mr. Gazzo? Because this is something I wish we saw more of in this movie.
Who's that? That's the guy who's paying him to rough people up?
Yeah, I want to see him rough more guys up.
I really liked...
But he doesn't. He doesn't rough him up. The one time he's told to break some guy's thumb.
Yeah, he doesn't do it.
He just yells at him, "You should have been prepared."
Yeah.
You should have been prepared.
I like that. They like characterize him. Like, he's not a bad guy. He doesn't want to do that. And he's not going to. He's like, I'm not going to hurt anybody.
He's a puppy, though.
I want to see, because they give him 3 other jobs in this movie that we never see. They give him Del Rio right after this. And he goes,
how do you spell Del Rio?
How do you fucking think you spell Del Rio, Balboa?
Look in a fucking dictionary.
Yeah, well, all right, guys.
I like how he has, like, constant spats with that driver.
Yes.
No, literally everybody shits on Rocky. He is a despised person, and he just does what he has to do to survive. But like at the same time,
the community hates him. They're all like, this fucking piece of shit.
No, literally, this movie, everybody hates him except the audience. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point of all these scenes. This like him feeding his turtles, him doing this roughing a guy up and then letting him off easy, is to show that like he means well at his heart.
Right.
So basically this guy's like early Peter Parker, where for no reason everyone in high school hates Peter Parker.
Just hates this guy. I mean,
Exactly.
I like that. Like the driver says, like, "Hey, did you get the plate number?" He's like, "What plate number? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, the truck that hit you in the face." Good one. Got me. Fucking shithead.
You got to think they had a low budget to work with.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Couldn't get Chris Farley in there as the other guy.
Well, I mean, I don't think that was improvised. I think Stallone wrote all those lines.
Oh yeah.
I think every word spoken in this movie was on the page.
In 3 days, starving in his apartment.
I sold my dog.
He did.
The dog in this movie is his dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the turtles are his turtles. This dude loves animals.
Oh yeah.
You know, Sylvester Stallone is I find him fascinating. Because, like, he comes off as such, like, I'm a big dumb guy. But, like, he wrote this movie in 3 days, which is impressive. But then also, he, like, leveraged him starring in it. Like, the studio was like, we'll buy that script from you for, like, $100 or like 300. I think it was either 130 something thousand dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Nah, I'll star in it." And they're like, "No, we want like Robert Redford or something." And he's like, "Nah, I'll do it." And they're like, Stallone, fuck you. You don't want it.
Yeah, you see, I'm meant for the role, man. You call me Rocky. Oh man.
Well, like he was like, "No, I want a career," and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
just like, I don't know. I admire him because he's like, and like you look at his career, it's very versatile. Like he started with this, and then it was like Rambo. Again,
Mhm.
he's crushing it in Rambo. Like his acting in this movie is like it's funny, but it's still good.
No,
You
yeah,
know?
it's all over the
So like,
place.
I don't know. He's a fascinating guy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, he did it against all odds. That's the whole point of Rocky. It completely parallels Sylvester Stallone's career. It's like,
Yeah.
and it completely parallels Jesus. It's the resurrection. It's coming from nothing and being beaten down and having your potential killed to rising up with the littlest of resources and just grabbing greatness
Yeah.
and going the distance, regardless of whether you win or not. You go the distance.
I'll find my way. I will go.
That's good stuff, man.
So the next day, Rocky, he goes back to the pet shop and he's just harassing poor Adrian again. He rambles for a while.
Hey, don't these birds look like flying candy? Hey, man.
Hey, but so you do.
I come to you, I talk to you all day, man. It's like, you never say anything back.
He's like, dude, she thinks you're autistic.
Yeah, but she's
Well,
she's also a
I
little.
also think she's autistic.
Yeah,
But
she's also a little.
In fairness,
is that okay to say?
I don't think so.
Nah,
But
probably not.
like this woman is just working her job. She's 30 years old in a pet store. And this guy stops in every morning and every night
And
to
harasses
talk her.
her.
Yes. Like, no, I don't know. Like, I think she's just scared. I think she's like,
Well-
I have to be nice to him or I die.
When they finally smooch, he like corners her in his apartment.
Yeah, I
and
know.
He's like, is this happening? Are we about to do this, baby? And she's like, I guess you're a pretty strong guy.
When she's in the apartment first, he's on the opposite side, like giving her freedom to roam around and get used to how shittily he lives
Yeah.
before like being comfortable. Because you walk into that place, it's like it's kind of well decorated, but it's serial killer well decorated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes to the other side of the room and is like, "Yeah, let me put on some music," and she's just there alone, like, "All right, so this is who I walked home with.
So this is where I die.
I'm right next to the door. I can go. He didn't lock it. He's got 5 padlocks. I see that." And so it's like it is. And then when he comes up to her, he doesn't just grab her. He's like,
I gotta tell you, I got take your glasses off. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, and he's wooing her. And it's dumb
Yeah,
caveman.
in his own way. Yeah.
Hey, you know,
And-
last girl I got, I used a club, man. You wouldn't believe.
A boxing glove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how like when she walks in, he's like, "Oh, these are my turtles. I know you sold them to me, but these are my turtles." She's like, "Yeah, okay, Rock. Thank you."
Well, and when he first goes in the fence,
He's like, hey, this turtle food had a lot of moths in it, man. There's so many moths. There's supposed to be more flies, man. You know what happens to turtles if they eat moths?
it's like, shut up about turtles and flies and moths.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bird defect. Lay off. I can't help.
I need to talk about the scene where Rocky screams at a 12-year-old girl.
Oh yeah, he calls her a whore and all this shit.
Yeah.
Didn't call her, or he said she could become.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But they never specify any sort of relationship. Sorry, what'd you say, Rahul?
No, she was just a random kid on the street that Rocky's just still street famous to that level, you know?
Yeah.
He can just walk up to 12-year-olds and be like, "Hey, let me give you some life advice, huh?"
Yeah.
She fucking hates him. She hates his fucking guts. Like she walks all the way home. She's like, "Oh yeah, Rock, yeah." And then he gets her home. He's like, "Hey, Rocky." And she does the arm thing. She's like, "Fuck you, Rocky. I still hate you, you piece of shit."
And you know what he does when he walks away? He's like, "Yeah, who are you to give advice, you creepo?"
Yeah, like he hates himself too.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If I'm that girl's parents, like, hey man, you grabbed my 12-year-old daughter by the arm, walked her home for no reason, and kept telling her, you could become a whore. You're going to use dirty words? That's what he said. If you use dirty words, you could become a whore.
Well, that's another. I don't know if it was meant for comedy, but that whole scene, they filmed it in real time. They walk from one end of a parking lot to another end, and he just talks the entire time. And I don't know if that was for comedy, but it was the funniest moment in the movie for me. He's like, you're gonna fucking grow up, be a whore if you're gonna use that kind of language. You gotta look out for people you hang around with. This is all the way to the end of the parking lot. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, and
What is this?
And they say you're a slut, but it doesn't matter, you know. It's all about the reputation.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, can you stop saying those things to my 12-year-old daughter? Strange man.
Yeah. But he means well, and like you could see that. It's very clear that he means well. He's just like a big lummox.
Rocky can never do no wrong, Batman. Could have smacked that 12-year-old girl across the face. She would have done it. That's Rocky's business.
Rocky, you're an angel, regardless.
I keep expecting Rocky to walk up to people and ask them when their birthday is.
Oh boy,
that's a Wantor reference.
that's a very local reference.
That's an incredibly local reference, and we're dropping it.
Yeah.
I don't go around those parts, you know.
You know, it is refreshing for me to see a man or a person in a movie with worse game than me.
That's good.
You know, he's got fucking awful game, but it worked. Fucking worked.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally a definition of wearing a woman down, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially because he admits, I go there twice a day. It's like, that's insanity.
My God, leave her alone.
Corey was his best buddy, so I'm sure even worse than him trying to hit on her. She just heard from her older brother, hey, I got a friend, he's the boxer. I think you should date him. And then only for Paulie to just completely do a 180 and be pissed off, you fucking my sister.
Yeah. But they established that Paulie is an unhinged drunk. Like they established that.
Paulie is all of the failed potential of Rocky, basically.
Right.
He is the anti-Rocky. He's the best friend, but he's super brutally honest and just unfriendly.
Yeah.
So Rocky loves him, but at the same time, it's Paulie's supposed to be like that. That's the point. He's just all of that failed dreams and aspirations, and like having to take care of Adrian, assuming like their parents died or something.
Right. And like that is how Rocky could treat Adrian had if he wasn't a nice guy, right? Because like once they're together, he's a decent guy, but Paulie is still like he throws her turkey out and all that shit. That's a scene that stuck with me since I was a kid. The scene where he tosses her turkey out and she starts crying. I was like, oh man, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of Thanksgiving is this?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I guess that's the only family they got.
Hey, man, they're some lonely people, man.
Yeah.
This is Adrian.
Where do they all come from?
Oh, yo, that's pretty original. You should write that down, dude.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
That's where they come from. It's never sunny in Philadelphia, according to Rocky.
That's true, yeah.
Now, you guys have seen the other Rockies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they ever explain what's the deal with the rest of Paulie and Adrian's family, or?
I don't think so.
No, they do with Rocky, kind of, but not them. They're and it's really weird because, like, you know, they become so important, but like, especially Paulie, because like by number 5, I think Paulie somehow gets power of attorney over Rocky's estate.
Yeah.
Just.
I remember at some point Paulie just becomes like a joke character, and especially in like 4 or something. He's there for comic relief.
I asked Burt Young. Apparently, he still has that robot from Rocky 4. He keeps it in his apartment.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he's a painter now.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually not bad.
How old is he? He's got to be in his like 70s,
he's
right?
like 83, 82,
Damn.
something like that, 84. One of the 80s.
Oh, good for him.
No, he's an OG. I think Rocky was probably the biggest thing he had been in, but he was in Chinatown. He was in Once Upon a Time in America. He's like a prolific actor, and he used to tell me stories about how like he would go to the Lee Strasberg studio before it was the actor's studio. And he like met him just on a bench when he came back from the war. He was sitting on a bench in his uniform, and Lee Strasberg came up to him and said, "I like your look. You want to act?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
That's crazy.
Apparently, he actually boxed when he was in the Marines.
Yep, he had a record of like 30-8 or something.
Very, very close. 32-2.
Oh, wow,
which is incredible.
Damn. Holy shit!
Now here's because you know the guy. Do you know what his birth name is?
Yeah, Geraldine.
Really? Oh, it just says on Wikipedia Gerald, but
I thought it was Geraldine.
You could be right, but you're probably know the guy. I don't.
Yeah,
I thought it was Paulie.
Very good. He got nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this movie.
For Rocky, yeah. He played like that scene where he's got the baseball bat and he's just like at the end of his rope. He's heard them talking about him behind it, like his back, and he's just, "Oh, get out of my house!" And then Rocky just overpowers him completely as like the new dominating male figure in his life, younger and better, and taking his sister, and he just breaks down and cries, and it's just man, like no wonder he got nominated.
Yeah, no, honestly, all the performances in this movie are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Carl Weathers.
That's the man I was just about to bring up.
You picked like this is the worst movie for me because I actually love this movie, so I can't make jokes about it because it's like making jokes about Jesus.
Well, and you mentioned Carl Weathers, and this dude's bringing it this whole time. Creed is awesome in this.
Yeah, just oozes charisma.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch.
Also, Carl Weathers is absolutely shredded.
Yes.
Just an Adonis.
Oh, yeah.
But Creed's plan is also awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we'll just make this a spectacle. It won't be a real fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gives Rocky kind of an upper hand because he's not training.
Right.
Rocky's training his fucking balls off. And then, like, after that first round, I was like, yo, this guy's trying to fucking win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they say he doesn't know it's a show.
Yeah.
He thinks it's a fight.
But, like, he made his career. Honestly,
But yeah,
That's what shows Rocky is not an idiot, because he's like, no, they're all using me. Every single person in my life is using me, other than Adrian. Like Paulie's like, hey, I'm gonna put my company on your robe. Yeah, he's like, yeah, use my name for whatever you want. I don't care. And then like Mickey shows up. He's like, hey, I'm gonna train you, kid. Yeah, you ain't shit. Every other scene that we had before, I fucking shit on you because I think you're a piece of shit.
See,
but now that you got this fight, I'm gonna train you. And he's like, oh, fuck it, okay.
I don't think Mickey's using him.
I think he's using him
because Mickey says that he doesn't like that Rocky was like roughing up guys for Gaza, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't think Mickey's using him. I think Mickey's like, hey, you know what? Because Mickey at the beginning says, I saw your potential. And I think Mickey's like, you know what? Fuck it. This kid, he can do it. I don't think Mickey's using him. I think he's legitimately like he could do it. Because remember, in the fight, Mickey's the one who's sitting there going, stay down. Like, just lose. Like, he'll like, I don't think Mickey's using him. I think Mickey actually cares for him.
No, yeah.
I think he does towards the end. But I think initially he's like, this is my big break.
I don't know. I think he sees Rocky and he sees that Rocky knows he like thinks he has a chance. And he's like, Rocky stands no chance if I don't get involved. Because Rocky doesn't stand it. Like, this doesn't go 15 rounds without Mickey's involvement.
Yeah. You know what? Realistically, I feel like that fight would have been ended by the ref in that they were both like corpses.
Rocky wins in the first round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying like in the 15th round.
Oh yeah.
That fight would have been ended. Those people, they were dying.
I think Mickey won.
Yeah. But neither, like, because they both had everything on the line. Like, Apollo was like, I'm not losing to this nobody in front of everybody. And Rocky was like, I'm not fucking going down because this is my chance to prove myself. So it's just like two people who were never going to give up, never giving up. And like, that's like you said, those are the parts I remember from my childhood. It's the training montage, the turkey, and the fight at the end, like the ending scene where it's like, you lost, but actually you kind of won. Like in a crazy way, you won. Because you went 15 rounds with the champion and you're this nobody.
When no one else had gone 15 rounds with him.
Right. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
I think my biggest problem with this movie is we don't get into this stuff with Mickey and Rocky until like 45 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I just feel like
the
first 45 minutes are just slow to me of Rocky like walking around Philly and like all his interactions. Like, I don't care. Just get me to him dealing with Mickey, dealing with Adrian, and getting ready for the fight. That's all I need.
I have a similar note where like this movie ain't shit until Rocky accepts the fight.
No, I think the movie doesn't start until Apollo and his team are like, oh, everybody's dropping out. We need to find a new contender.
Yeah, that's
when it's like 30 minutes in, which is probably like 10 minutes later than you're supposed to start an actual like first act turning point or an moment. But the thing is, like in 1976, who the fuck is Sylvester Stallone or Rocky?
Yeah.
Like, I think that they had to do that on purpose because it's just like every single moment is just you rooting for Rocky. Everybody else in this film treats him like garbage except Adrian. But like, he's just the ultimate underdog, including Sylvester Stallone, the actor in this movie who nobody knows. I mean, this guy's running with $900 and some $1,000 worth of production money to produce this movie. The biggest name he's got on it is Carl Weathers and Talia Shire, you know?
Yeah.
And he runs it, you know? Rocky becomes the ultimate contender.
Yeah. But I think those scenes before the movie really picks up are important. I think they could be edited.
That's true. You could definitely get rid of the a lot of things.
Yeah, but
I just think we get more real character development in the line when Mickey says, like, you could have been something. Instead, you spent your time busting up guys for that low life or whatever he says.
It's a waste of a life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like there's more characterization there of both Mickey and Rocky than there is in Rocky yelling at a fucking child.
No, yeah. No, 100%. That thing could have been. But the Rocky and Adrian love story.
Oh, keep that in. Yeah.
That's everything. That's the spine of the whole body of the movie.
See, Andy knows this. I don't give a fuck about love stories, so it does nothing for me.
Oh, man.
Like,
I bet you watched Django Unchained and thought, wow, what a good slavery movie. No, it was a love story.
What a good slavery
movie.
You're like, this is in my top 3 slavery movies.
It's this, 12 Years a Slave, and I don't know, Roots. Was that, did they make a movie version of Roots?
That was a mini series.
That's a mini series.
That's why I asked. I don't know.
Racist.
All right. Then I don't have another movie, so.
Serious? Can name one more?
The one with Oprah.
One with Oprah. Nice.
The Color Purple?
No.
That is not about slavery, Andy.
Hold up. Let me save myself. Hold up.
He's going to say A Wrinkle in Time next.
Oh, my God.
Roots.
We've been over that.
We are white.
Just an uncultured swine.
We are very, very white.
First off, you don't even have to say like a black movie. You can just say Lincoln, and that works.
I've never seen Lincoln though.
I've never seen Lincoln either.
Also, Glory.
I've seen Glory. That's a good movie. Holy shit.
I think Will Smith did one called Emancipation.
Yeah, that was recently.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Is it good?
I haven't seen it. I don't know. I guess you can count Amistad.
That's true. Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah.
All right, let's change the subject.
Yeah, let's talk about Rocky. So I have in my notes, he straight up corners her and he says, I'm gonna kiss you.
Hold on. Before you do that, I'm sorry to cut you off. But I thought of this, and then you started talking, and I was like, am I gonna cut him off? I'm gonna cut him off. I'll cut all of that out. Speaking of slavery, why does Creed love America so much? All right, go ahead, Andy.
All right.
Good point.
Okay. He straight up corners her and he's like, I'm gonna kiss you. You don't have to kiss me back. That's the 70s, baby.
He then kisses with his eyes open.
Yeah, well, he's taking a lot of hits to the head.
I want to see the uncomfort in your eyes.
I used to think kissing with your eyes open was weird. Then I started watching The Bachelor, and a lot of those dudes kiss with their eyes open. So I guess that's a thing.
That's because those aren't real people. Those are like weird robot people.
Yeah, true. But it's so weird because they look like just normal dumb hot dudes. And then you see the tagline under their name, like financial lawyer.
Yeah. Like, who is this person?
Like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, my wife watches a lot of reality TV, like especially the Netflix reality shows are like these people are like, it's just like
my girlfriend
so out of touch.
Yeah. I have this same joke. The Bachelor would work better if it was just a Muslim guy being the Bachelor. Because, a couple episodes in, he can just pick 9 women and then make them all his wife because of polygamy. And they all get roses. They all get beds. They all get houses. Everything works out. And then the best thing is you kill the Bachelor. And because he's Muslim, you get Bachelor in Paradise. Hey.
Nice.
When Rocky and Paulie are talking in the little meat freezer or whatever, Paulie says that his sister has gaps, but it's like Rocky's already been inside of him.
Whoa, Robbie.
That has one of my favorite moments of the whole film because they're in the meat place and Rocky's just there to pick up his daily meat. But then they get into an argument
and about like getting a job with Grasso or his sister or some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And then Paulie just starts hitting the meat like, yeah, I'm fucking mad. It stinks in here.
Yeah.
And then Rocky has this moment of like eureka
Yeah.
where he looks at Paulie and he's like, "Ugh," and just pushes it back. And that's where he starts punching the meat.
I can push that meat.
And it's just the dumbest.
And Paul's
It's
like,
just
you're
the most-
breaking its ribs.
Yeah.
It's like the moment in 2001: A Space Odyssey when the chimpanzee picks up the stick. It's like,
Yeah.
this is it. I found the secret. It's
Yeah.
punching meat. And whoever came up with that though, that's such a good thing visually for film, because it's
Yeah.
like the fuck like it being anatomically correct or whatever, like the same density as skin, like just watching him punch it so hard and grunting, and then afterwards seeing his hands covered in blood,
Yeah.
like it's just like, oh yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, it's like visceral.
It was so cool.
And I like the when the news people like they film him doing it, and
Exactly.
Apollo's like right hand man is watching it. He's like, "Yo, Apollo, you should see this." And Apollo's like, "Shut up, idiot." He's like, "No, man, you
Yeah.
should see this. This guy's training pretty hard."
Fuck you, dude.
I'm fucking Apollo Creed. Are you kidding me?
He snaps at the secretary like, "Get me some coffee.
Yeah.
What are we doing about the senator's dinner tonight?"
Yeah. That's exactly what he says. Yeah.
I told you, I've seen this movie like a million.
Yes, you have. Evidently, yeah.
And after
I
I
like-
met Bill Young, I seen it like fucking 50 more. So,
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
I was
I mean, I
like,
gotta see this
"What
guy
was this movie?"
Yeah. I like how Rocky's like a little kid for like, I mean, the whole movie, because
Yeah, I
every
was gonna
time
say.
anybody's like, "Hey, Rocky, how'd the fight go?" He's like, "Hey, man, you should have seen me. You should
Yeah.
have seen it. I was good. I was pretty good. You should have seen it." And like, as a second grade teacher, that's exactly what they say all the time. Like, "Hey, how's your weekend?" "Oh man, I did all this stuff. You should have seen it. You should have seen it. You should have been there. It was crazy. You want to come to my house?" "No, I don't." Please stop asking me. But yeah, very, very 8-year-old of Rocky.
He is adorable. He is.
Yeah, honestly, he is like
What a
big-
sweet giant man.
Yeah, what a nice dullard.
No, see, I have a
You know-
soft spot for him.
It's just nice to see what Lenny from Of Mice and Men would have become.
Yeah,
He is literally reverse Lenny because he loves animals.
it does.
He doesn't kill animals, but he fucks up with people.
Yeah.
Oh, this rabbit's really soft, man. I'm like, whoa, man. Oh, I snapped its neck. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, man.
I'm gonna look at the flowers.
It's Paulie with the gun behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look at the sunset, Rocky. Just look at the.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but this
I don't
sunset's
see-
really pretty,
I
Paulie. I
don't
don't
see
know.
where you're going with this.
Oh my god.
You know what really sucks for Adrian? She's a virgin for 30 years, and now her boyfriend won't fuck while he's training.
He's like, oh, we can't do what I'm training, man. Yeah, I'm gonna lose all my testosterone. Yeah, I want to bust my Creed, you know what I mean? Oh man.
And she just
Yeah.
had to start dating him when he's like training for the biggest fight of his life.
I watched this with my wife, and she was not into it. She was just
Neither
like,
was-
she was
neither
like,
was Laura.
This is just not for me. I was like, this is a very dad movie. This is a movie
Yeah.
this is everybody's dad's favorite movie. It's one of my dad's favorite movies. But like,
I've yet to feature some of my significant other. So
yeah, well, at the end, my wife was like, because it does just kind of end. Like the fight's over, and he's just like, "Hey," she's like, "Rocky, I love you," and then it roll credits. Like,
you think he
okay.
wrote it with the sequel, with the whole sequel thing or franchise in mind? You think he ended it like that purposely?
Purposeful, purposefully.
I'll say
I don't
this.
know.
I like the ending that it really doesn't matter that you hear that Creed wins.
No, yeah, he just went
No.
to.
Yeah, he did it. He did it.
Yeah, and like
And the first thing he does when he sees Adrian, just because he loves her so much, he doesn't care about like I won or I did it. He goes, "Oh, what happened to your hat?"
Yeah.
He's just like, that's all he does. He won the fight. Fuck it. Now he's
I
got to
bet-
go to what he was fighting for.
I bet afterwards he was like,
a girl
you
worth
should-
fiting for.
nice. That's 2 Disney references, Robbie.
What
we want, go we're fighting for. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I bet like after the fight, he was like, Adrian, you should see me. You should have seen it. She's like, Rocky, I saw it.
that was
Christ, Rocky.
That was first off Creed's entrance as Washington crossing the
That was
Delaware.
great. It's
Inject
great.
that shit into my veins.
Yeah. I love Apollo Creed. He's such a great character, even like in the franchise going forward too. He's great.
I saw that and I thought he was trying to be Christopher Columbus as an anti-Italian thing the whole time. I couldn't hear what they were saying. I was like, oh yeah, Christopher Columbus. Yeah, that makes sense.
I also, you know what made the whole boxing scene is that they had actual boxing commentators.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. Rocky's nose gets broken. I believe that's called Chekhov's snoot.
Nice. Because they made a point of talking about how his nose has never been broken.
Oh, they mentioned 1,000 times earlier in the movie. It's like, and I was sitting there going, yeah, we get it, guys. He's gonna break his nose in the last fight.
That's why that leads into my theory that Mickey wants to fuck him. Mickey was like, yeah, you still got a pretty face.
Yeah. That sweet,
like
supple
that.
tushy.
Oh boy.
Like Mickey.
And then while Rocky's training and these girls want to get his autograph, Mickey's like, leave him alone while I'm working.
He's mine, girls.
He's mine.
That's why he tells him not to fuck while he's training.
Mhm.
You gotta save it all for me, Rock. The boxing match at the end is the best scene in the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very good.
Oh, yeah. What, the boxing match?
Yeah.
The majority of the film's budget?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the best. I mean, it is. I was watching the movie and I was like, this is all right. And the boxing match comes in at the end and I was locked in. From Creed's entrance through the end, I was locked into this movie.
Mm-hmm. No, the movie, if you ask me, like, as an asshole, the movie doesn't until Rocky hears his alarm and crushes some raw eggs in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is when the movie of Rocky starts.
I like
Right.
like it shows him, he runs up the stairs
And he's
and
defeated.
he's like, that I can't fucking do that. That sucks. And then
he's grabbing his spleen. Like,
yeah, he's like my duodenum. And then he like later, and then you get the music and everything, and he's like people throwing him fruit. It's like this movie is empowering. Fuck.
I love the little dance he does when he does successfully and he puts his hands on his hips at one point.
Yeah. He's adorable.
like Conan O'Brien coming out.
Yeah. He does a string dance.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I changed my favorite comedian answer from Stephen Wright to Norm Macdonald.
Nice. R.I.P.
Just for the record. I know this is being recorded.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Just in case Stephen Wright turns out to be a bad guy.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know what he's done. He's too quiet, you know? He doesn't
Yeah.
post on social media. That makes me think he's done some shit.
Yeah. He's hiding from the world.
You know, you mentioned the music. They play the sad Rocky theme a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
Like all of a
he's
sudden there's like a
sad
piano
boy.
going ding ding
No.
ding. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
He's a sad boy.
The score is amazing. The score is what it's called. The music,
Yeah.
the songs that are played in the background.
Yeah.
I like those.
I like
They-
how it's because it's the 70s, it still has like that disco beat.
Yeah.
I like it.
Flying high now.
Yeah. Getting stronger.
Yeah, like a little bit of soul mixed in there.
Yeah, goes a long way. But the point I was trying to make before was we had a funny little moment, my wife and I, because at the end of the movie, she was like, "The fuck just happened?" And like I just broke it down real quick. I was just like, "Okay, he lost, but he made it through all the rounds, and his girlfriend told him she loved him. That's what happened." And she was like, "That, but what? But what was the point?" I was like, "You don't get it. You don't get it."
So, Andy, that tells you that if you ever lost, your wife wouldn't love you.
Oh yeah, she's made that very clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it really is. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's like he did lose, but he won in a way.
Yeah.
And then in that moment, Adrian was like, "By the way, I love you." And he's like, "I love you too. Let's go get a coffee." So
You know, it's interesting. The director of the first Rocky is also the director of the first Karate Kid, John G. Abelson. I met him once. Burt Young brought him over to the restaurant, but
oh shit.
I think he passed away actually shortly after. But not related to me. I didn't do anything. But
You know, when you have to clarify
Yeah,
that unprompted, it's more suspicious.
no, honestly, I feel like doing that like is like a comedy hack thing at this point, so it just feels like a fun joke to do. But just saying you might have been related to somebody's death after mentioning they passed. That's just comedy. That's just
That's comedy, baby.
the same director. He also directed the third Karate Kid and the fifth Rocky.
Okay.
So it's a comparison, right?
Yeah.
He directed the first of two amazing like legacy
Franchises. Yeah.
franchises, yeah. And then the worst of them too.
Yeah. Well, you get the best of both worlds.
Did Burt Young ever bring Sly back?
I wish. No, I don't think I like talked about it a little bit, and he kind of was got like, you know, what's the word? Aggressive? Yeah.
Okay.
Is he going to listen to this? You think, Burt Young? Do you think he's a listener or his people?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I can cut that out, but I don't think so.
No. He was pretty just like dismissive. That's a better word for it, of anything when I talked about Rocky. But he loved it when I asked about him working with Sergio Leone.
Okay.
Once Upon a Time in America.
You know, it would be really funny if he didn't like you asking about.
Apparently, he was supposed to be in Creed. That was the point. Like, he was supposed to be in Creed, and they just like refused to give him what he asked for in terms of payment.
Wow.
That sucks.
So he was just like was pissed off because he was like, they killed him off in Creed. They have Rocky visiting like his tombstone of Paulie. Like, yeah, rest in peace, Paulie. And like, I remember when Creed came out and Paulie, he was upset.
Wow.
Yeah, I understand.
They killed Adrian too. Like,
Yeah,
the actress is still around.
But I think that was just because of like she had another movie going on. Like it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't anything like that, contract wise, you know.
Right.
Like, whoa, man, you got any glass tables I can lay under anything, you know?
Oh, do you guys not know that rumor about Sly Stallone?
No.
If you're home and you're sitting alone, go open up a private browser and just Google Sly Stallone glass table. I'm gonna let Rahul do that now. Andy, if you want to, you can also do that.
So I'll also do that.
And I'll wait a moment and let's get some waiting music in here.
Images or what am I looking at here?
You don't have to image anything. You just Google it, and then the first thing should come up about what Sly Stallone's into.
When you invite hookers or call girls, stand on a glass table, and it has to be them shitting on the glass table.
Yeah,
That's what he's into.
that's the rumors.
That's just the Urban Dictionary.
Look, I'm reading that and I'm thinking that is the safest way to enjoy shit.
Yeah.
Literally, like if there's any way to be into shit as a fetish, that is the safest way. So congrats, Sylvester Stallone. I'm in awe. You figured it out, man.
You
All-
have
all
done
I
it,
have-
Sly.
All
You
I have
broke
is
the
the
matrix, bro. You figured out how to be into something disgusting without making it disgusting. God bless you.
It's still pretty gross.
Yeah, but you know what? It's just cleaning the table, not your entire body and face.
That's fair.
Your conscience.
he started the rumor that is still around to this day that Richard Gere shoves gerbils in his ass.
Really?
Yeah. Because
That's so fucking funny.
he had a I forget what movie they were working on with each other, but Richard Gere had fried chicken in his he got in Sylvester Stallone's car with fried chicken, and Sylvester Stallone was like, "Yo, don't get any grease in my car." And Richard Gere was like, I don't care. I'm Richard Gere. I'm just gonna eat my chicken. And he's like, and Sylvester Stallone was like, "Get the fuck out of my car with your chicken."
Like,
So,
whoa,
like,
man, he
they
comes in
hated
my
each
car,
other.
you know, it's fried chicken, man. I was like, whoa, man, get your grease out of my car, man.
Yeah, that's probably how it went.
Andy
And,
will never do a Sylvester Stallone movie again.
No, not even once. But like, he then started that rumor, like, "Yo, don't fucking talk to Richard Gere. He likes to put gerbils in his ass." And like that shit stuck. Like to this day, people are still like, "Richard Gere like shove gerbils in his ass."
Jesus Alubus.
Yeah, pretty weird.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I wrote a song.
Andy, we're not even near that part yet.
Hey, Adrian, have you ever heard of cuckolding? Oh no.
Jesus.
See, Apollo and I, we had a little.
Ah, gee.
All right. Well,
I was wondering if you did it, you could call him a what?
What's up?
did you guys have anything else to say about Rocky?
I thought
Rockled.
this movie was good, not great.
I think it's a great movie. It's a love story first and a boxing movie second. It's
Would
one
you
of
say-
the few perfect movies.
Would you say it's a gloves movie?
What the fuck does that mean, bro?
Because it's love and boxing. It's really funny. What I said was really funny.
Oh, now that you said it was funny, now it's funny.
Yeah, good joke, Rob.
I get
Thanks,
it.
Rob.
You're welcome. Wait, what? Yeah. It's a glovey movie. It's glove full. It's gloving. It's full of glove.
Nice.
I have fonder memories of it from when I was a kid, but after watching it, like I didn't remember most of the before the boxing stuff, and I found it to be a little tedious. And even the love stuff, because Adrian is pretty hard to read. Like it seems like she's not into him at all. Like even when they're on the
Yeah.
date and he's like, "I'll give you $10 for the," and like he haggles. He's like,
He's trying to haggle over
"Hey,
10
let me
fucking
do
bucks.
$9."
Well,
But, like-
considering he makes like $40 a fight and then $20 from his fucking gang shit, $10
Yeah,
is
like,
a lot of money
that's a
for
lot.
that's like half his rent.
Yeah. So, but like even then, she's like, he's just talking about himself, and she's just like, okay, all right. So like, I got the feeling that she was not into him at all,
Mhm.
and then like she just is. So I don't know. The love stuff didn't really hit me. But it's a good movie, and it's like you said, it is like symbolic of itself. It's like everything about it is the underdog, and that's interesting, and it's good. Like kind of like Robbie said, good, not great, in my opinion. Yeah.
I guess I just have a huge fucking crush on Sylvester Stallone. I'm sitting here like his number one fan. Like, no, Rocky's the best movie ever. I mean, I obviously didn't say it in my top 3 favorite movies, so it's not. But like, it could definitely have cut out a bunch of stuff. It could have had more. Like, it's a weird thing that Rocky just out of nowhere gets picked to be the one to fight Creed.
I love that he just uses names.
Yeah.
And
He's
it
like
makes
the
sense.
Italian
He's going
stallion.
after what's going to look good on the poster.
Mhm.
Going by names is also how I gamble. Ooh, I like the name Gonzaga. That's usually how I bet in college basketball.
Yeah, okay. Wait, who's Gonzaga?
It's a college.
It sounds like a cheese.
Well, Robbie, do you have any questions?
I have 3 questions.
We have a famous segment called Questions.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Rahul, do you have any questions?
What are the questions that you have?
Oh, so hold on.
Hit us with one, Robbie. Hit us with one.
Why are a bunch of white guys just singing Doo Wop on a Philadelphia street corner in 1975?
One of the leader of them is played by Sylvester Stallone's brother, Frank.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And Stallone's dad plays the bell ringer, the timekeeper in the boxing match at the end. Frank Sr.
Have you not been to Philadelphia?
I've never been to Philly. No, I have briefly with Andy, actually.
Those guys are
Oh, yeah,
everywhere.
that's right.
They're everywhere, bro.
Are they really?
South of New Jersey, dude, people are singing doo-wop on every corner.
I
Oh,
live
God.
south of New Jersey, and that is not true.
South of the Mason-Dixon line, it gets more intense. They're doing gospel.
I get the sense south of the Mason-Dixon line, they're not singing doo-wop. They're just using.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how often I heard that. People refused to think I was Indian. They just wanted to convince themselves I was Sicilian.
When Rocky meets the promoter, why doesn't he look him in the eye while they speak?
I think that's like a confidence thing. I think he's like, I'm too dumb.
Yeah, probably.
I'm a big dumb guy, and this guy's probably smarter than me. Talk me out of my pants.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to have sex with this guy, but he might make me have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? So I mentioned before, Apollo's right-hand guy, when he tells Apollo to look at the TV where Rocky's beating his meat, tee-hee.
Nice.
Why is he sitting there with his shirt open and no undershirt?
It's the 70s.
They're like in a corporate office.
70s.
Okay.
Nobody closed his shirt in the 70s.
Okay, fair. That's a fair answer.
Them's the rules, Andy. I don't make them, I break them. Do you think I could pull off the same outfit Joe Frazier wears at the beginning of the fight?
Wait, what?
Do you think I could pull off the same outfit that Joe Frazier wears at the beginning of the fight? At the beginning of the fight between Rocky and Creed, they introduced Joe Frazier.
Oh,
Boxing
okay.
legend Joe
No.
Frazier, guys.
No, yeah, I know who Joe Frazier is.
I don't think you can pull that off, Robbie.
No?
No.
I think I could.
Okay.
You don't think so? What about it don't you think I can pull off? Let's pull it up real quick.
Oh, wait, yes, you could pull that off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the all-white suit. Yeah, you got it.
No, that's not why it's green.
Wait, holy shit. What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's like green.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
There's
Okay,
an
yeah.
action figure. There's a Rocky action figure, and it's Joe Frazier.
It's white. It's white.
You're right. Yeah, the shirt is white. I didn't think it was white in the
You're
movie.
looking at the action figure. I mean, if it was the action figure, yes, you could also.
Oh
pull
no,
that
the shirt is white with like the pink on it. I think I could pull that off. Andy's just a hater.
Oh my god.
I'm sipping that Haterade. Right?
Very good.
People
Yep.
still say that?
Nope.
Shit. Here's my question. Would you like to get into some trivia?
Oh, baby. I got 7 trivias.
Let's do it.
Rahul, do you have any trivia to ask?
I feel I feel like I've been just spouting trivia shit all night.
That's
But-
fine. So
Well,
you
knew
can
the guy.
Yeah, you can join in when we ask a question. Just you buzz in with your name.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to go. Andy, how many trivias do you got?
I think I got 5.
Cool. I'll go first because I have 7. Hey, Andy, by the way, did you notice how I got it right this time by telling Rahul to buzz in with his name instead of saying his name and then saying chime in by going blah, thus confusing both the guest and the audience or the listeners?
I think you nailed it, Robbie.
Thanks. I'm really just looking for validation. I'm being totally honest.
You got it.
All right, so after Rocky wins the first boxing match of the movie, After Rocky wins the first boxing match of the movie, there are 2 fighters that fight the next fight, obviously. They are Blank and Sugar Johnson. Is it Guy Jones, Kid Brooks, Sid Knox, or Joe Rax?
Andy,
Andy.
the second one.
Yeah, it's Kid Brooks.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
I was gonna guess Guy. I forgot that.
All right. Sylvester Stallone kept the turtles. What were their names?
Rahul.
I say what were because I'm presuming they're dead, but yes.
No, they're alive.
Cuff and Link.
Cuff and Link, yeah.
Yep.
As of 2018, they were still alive.
Oh, wow.
I thought they do
look
thought
old.
tortoises were the ones that lived long. I thought turtles had like a regular little lifespan.
Andy, you ever hear of sea turtles? They live to like 200.
Yeah.
Do they? I thought that was
Yeah.
just tortoises.
No.
Shit.
Don't remember finding
Dory?
Oh, that's right. Finding Nemo. Yeah, he was like, yeah, dude, I'm like 150. Dude.
Yeah, don't you remember
Finding
Finding
Miss
Neverland?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant, Robbie.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No, it's Finding Miss Daisy.
There it is.
And we gotta find her.
At the boxing club in the locker room, there's a sign. No blank. Fighting, sparring, hugging, or kissing.
Rahul, I want to
Cool.
say kissing.
It is kissing. Yep, it says no
Yeah.
kissing.
I thought.
That popped me hard. That made me laugh really hard.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, when he first walks into the locker room right before he's like,
Hey, you cover my locker, man. Where's my locker? Oh, man.
it says a sign and it says no kissing.
Incredible. All right. The pinky injury that Rocky shows Adrian is a real injury that Stallone suffered in college playing what sport? Is it basketball, football, hockey, or analingus?
Oh, this isn't a sport.
I was
Rahul,
on
deep.
the analingus team.
Go ahead
What's
and say football.
It was football.
I just assume that's the whitest sport out of the ones you said, including ambulances.
Well, hockey's pretty white.
No, trust me. It's going to turn around.
It's on the upswing.
Trust me. 10 years from now, you won't recognize hockey. Hockey's going to be a whole nother sport 10 years from now.
Guys, I think we should keep up the sports talk. What sport does Rocky say he used to be deadly in? Stickball, baseball, wiffle ball, or football?
Andy,
Andy.
football.
Wrong.
Andy,
I'm going to give Rahul the chance.
football.
Nope,
I'm going to
it's-
go ahead and say stickball.
it is stickball. Yeah, he sees the kids playing stickball.
Oh, yeah, I used to be deadly in stickball, man. I legit killed a kid. I landed right back in his fucking throat, man. Knocked his Adam's apple right down into his gut, man.
Mhm.
Like Rocky, Jesus Christ. Okay, Carl Weathers suffered an injury to his duodenum, clavicle, sternum, or nose.
Rob.
Rob,
His nose.
correct.
Mhm.
You got a stew going.
On TV, Apollo Creed compares his upcoming fight with Rocky to 2 U.S. historical events. Which 2 are they? Valley Forge or Bunker Hill? Valley Forge or Gettysburg? Battle of the Bulge or Bunker Hill? Battle of Antietam or Bunker Hill?
Oh, shit. Rahul. Battle of the Bulge and Bunker.
Nope.
No. Damn.
All
Okay.
right, Andy.
Andy.
The 4th one.
Nope. So it's either Valley Forge or Bunker Hill or Valley Forge or Gettysburg.
Okay. It's A.
It is, yeah. Valley Forge or Bunker Hill. Absolutely. Yep.
Gettysburg wasn't a war, was it?
I didn't say war. I said
It's
2
a-
historical
There was a
events.
Battle of Gettysburg.
But
Oh,
there
shit.
wasn't battles of Gettysburg too.
Yeah, battle in
Valley Forge wasn't a battle.
Damn. I got a minor in U.S. history, too.
Nice. Rob has history with minors. What was the most expensive cost to production? Was it the lighting, the makeup, the actors, or the sets?
Rob,
Rob.
the makeup.
Yes, correct.
I say that I only guessed that because the makeup in that last fight looks good.
Yeah, what about that part where he cuts the eyelid?
Not good.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah, yucky.
You see him spurt the juice on him.
Yeah, you see him squeeze it. But like as a kid, that stuck out to me. I was like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Boxers actually do that when their eyes
I
are
know.
swollen.
That's fucked.
Yeah. No, I
Maybe-
lose.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, if
maybe
my eyes swollen
stop the
shut, I lose.
Yeah,
That's
be like,
my
"Yeah,
rule.
I guess you won. I can't see out of my fucking eyeball, so I guess you win.
The last time Mickey had his nose busted was against who? Sailor Jeff, Sailor Mike, Sailor Roy, Sailor Eugene.
Andy,
Rahul.
Oh fuck! Fight to the death.
Sailor
Who got
Moon.
It was not Sailor Moon, so I'm
Ah,
gonna,
shit.
I'm gonna go with
Sailor
Rahul. What?
Sailor Roy.
It is not Roy.
Oh.
All right, Sailor. What was it?
Jeff,
Give me-
Mike, or Eugene?
Sailor Mike.
It was Sailor Mike. Yeah.
Okay, damn. Ah. Gotta take another shot now.
Okay. How many days did filming take? 22 days, 28 days, 30 days, or 100 days?
Wait, sorry. Both of them again?
22 days, 28 days, 30 days, or 100 days?
Rahul, I'm gonna go ahead and say 100 days.
Incorrect.
Rob,
Rob.
30 days.
Incorrect. It was either 22 or 28.
28.
Correct.
There we go.
Now that's good podcasting.
Yo, I have a question. Let's fat shame some people now. How much does Rocky weigh? 180 pounds, 185 pounds, 190 pounds, 210 pounds.
Andy,
Andy,
190 pounds.
it is 190 pounds, yes.
I was gonna guess 185.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
How much does Creed weigh? 190 pounds, 195 pounds, 200 pounds, or 210 pounds?
Rahul,
And
Rahul.
okay.
What's up?
195.
No.
Damn.
Andy,
Andy.
200.
Nope.
God damn.
E.
Rahul. Yeah.
210.
Yes, it was 210.
Damn.
Yeah, 20-pound weight advantage for Creed there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Carl
He
Weathers
was
again.
much bigger than Rocky in general.
Yeah.
So, makes sense.
Absolute monster.
Mhm.
A monster.
Very
I
good.
thought they were going to get a real boxer for the role of Creed, but then like Carl Weathers just came in and was so charismatic, and like
Yeah.
I think during the audition he went to the director and said, because during the audition he was practicing sparring with Stallone, and he went to the director and said, "Hey, I think this would work better if you get a real actor." And the director goes, "That is the actor. That's Rocky. That's the guy who wrote the movie." And Carl Weathers goes, huh, maybe he'll get better. And in that moment, Sylvester Stallone was like, I hired this guy.
This is the guy.
He is my opponent. This is who I...
Well, I know they filmed that fight scene twice because originally they let Stallone and Weathers improvise it and it was bad. And they're like, okay, we're going to choreograph this.
Yeah.
You guys can do whatever. Kick if you want. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well,
I wrote a song.
yo, sick. Me too.
Oh, shit. That's the point of this podcast. I love it.
It is. It always takes us almost 2 hours to get there. But,
Yeah.
yo, Rahul, whose song would you like to hear first? Mine or Andy's?
Oh, God. I'm going to flip a European coin to... Oh, sorry. Canadian coin to determine. Heads Rob, tails Andy. Looks like it's Rob first.
All right. So I'm going first. Fuck you, Andy.
Okay, unnecessary, but okay.
But fun.
The coin dictates.
Okay. I mean, I have no problem with the coin. Coin didn't say "fuck you" to me, so.
It did not. It's a Canadian coin. It will not curse at you.
Oh, thank God. I can't
It'll
take
just say
much more.
sorry.
It's the most polite of coins. Sorry.
Thank the Lord.
Sorry I didn't go in your favor, but it's 50-50, you know?
All right. My song about the movie Rocky is called Flying Candy.
Nice.
Because he says that about the Boydies.
Hey, man.
You don't understand how much restraint it took not to sing my song like in a Rocky impersonation. It took every bit of restraint.
Not like, hey, man, you got a couple of flying candy, man. Oh, man.
I didn't do it. I promise I didn't do it. And here's my song called Flying Candy. And it goes like this. I'm a fighter, coming in lighter. I'm eating bones, strong almond scum. I love my turtles, I'm clearing hurdles. my song Flying Candy. I realized I forgot to mention I recorded one of the most annoying. Thank you for the golf claps. I recorded one of the most annoying guitar solos ever recorded.
I was I was gonna say no, I loved it because it literally reminded me of Green Day's guitar solo from Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like it was just so simple, but like still high pitched enough where you could call it a solo. It was great, and I like that.
I like
liked it. I liked it a lot.
the riff. It has a very like feel good vibe to it.
Thank you.
I like that.
I started writing that because actually a family member of mine, my cousin's daughter, she who I'm very close with because she's also a musician, much more talented than I am. She actually sent me a text and wrote, "You should write a song in F flat." And I was like, that's weird. And then we were texting a little bit. I was like, wait a second, isn't that just fucking E?
Yeah, I was about to say.
And the reason I said that is because then she later texted me and said, yeah, that has the chord B flat flat in it. I was like, that's just A.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, we've talked about on the podcast before how I don't know music theory at all. She knows it like by like the back of her hand.
Right.
So then she like texted me like the transpose, like, oh, this is what it would look like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh shit, you're a lot smarter than I am about this shit.
Yeah. I just play the chords, man.
I just she knows like what it would look like if you're reading sheet music, and I vomited. And I looked at it. I was like, but
shit is like Chinese.
Yeah. But Mandarin or Cantonese?
Chinese.
Okay. But I for some reason
Mandarin.
yeah, basically. So yeah, I really locked in on Stallone calling those two birds. It looked like flying candy, man. Oh man. And I was like, all right, I like kind of I kind of dig that. And wrote that riff and went from there. I just kind of built the rest of the song. And then just kind of there was a part of me at one point that thought it'd be fun to make all the lyrics nonsense and be like, yeah, this is probably what's going on in Rocky's brain.
Yeah.
But I was like, let's not do that.
That's rude.
Yeah. That's rude, dude.
You're one rude dude.
A rudely doodly.
Nice.
Rocky has the soul of a poet. On the inside, that man is James Joyce.
Unfortunately, when it comes out, he's Gary Busey.
Nice.
Andy, tell us about your song.
All right, yeah.
All right. My song is I hadn't done an acoustic song in a long time. I feel like I'd been doing a lot of rock and roll. So
Socks and Souls.
This one's just an acoustic, and it's called "You Should Have Seen Me," because that's his whole thing. You should see me. It was great. Oh, you should see me. So yeah, that's it. It's called "You Should Have Seen Me." You should have seen me up there. I've lost and I've won. You should have seen me up there. And they tell me that I'm done. And they use me for my reputation. And they use me for my recognition. But I use them for my motivation. they use me for my reputation. And they use me for my recognition. But I use them for my motivation. And I might not win, but I ain't gonna lose. This is my chance, and I get to choose. And they use me for my reputation. And they use me for my recognition. But I use them for my motivation. That's my song.
Wow.
Sad.
Yeah, I guess. If you're fucking pussy.
I am.
But listening to both of those, Andy's felt like it was a song actually written by Rocky.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
It was like more of a song written about Rocky. Andy's felt like Rocky wrote that song.
Well, no, because there were words in Andy's song.
Yeah. There may have been simple words, but there were words.
I mean, it's the way I mean, I think because I mentioned it before, I don't think you guys agreed, but I think that Paulie, and who's the coach, the old man coach,
Mickey.
And Apollo, they're all using Rocky. They're like, oh, we'll get a show. Like Apollo's like, I'll get a show out of him. Like we'll make it a show for the people. And Mickey's like, oh, I can stand on the back of this guy. Like I'll show everybody how great I am through him. And then Paulie's like, fuck my sister and also promote my business and all that stuff. And it's like, he knows it. Because like Paulie asks him and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Whatever. And then Mickey, he has that part where he's like, oh, I've been there for fucking 6 years or whatever. And now you talk to me? Fuck you. But then he like runs out and he talks to him. He's like, yeah, you could coach me. And then with Apollo, like he knows, like, why the fuck did this guy pick me? He's just going to beat the shit out of me in the ring. But like, I'm going to use all that to motivate myself to do my absolute best. And I'm going to go all the way. And like, yeah, that's what I got out of the movie. I figured like just lean into the cheese,
Which is funny because your song wasn't cheesy at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it. I don't know. I feel like some of it's a little corny.
I mean,
corny.
I'm over here weeping.
You're weeping.
No, it was very reminiscent of the movie. You should have seen it. That's the thing.
No,
That's the whole fucking thing. That's fucking like that's what people were saying about Jesus. First shot of Rocky is Jesus. What were people saying about Jesus' miracles? You should have seen that shit. He turned one fish into a fucking 10 fish. You should have seen it. That's the point of Rocky. It's a fucking series of miracles happening, let alone him going the distance with Creed, him getting an actual soulmate, a miracle, him surviving in general with his IQ, a miracle.
Yeah.
In the year 1976, two people like that are able to fall in love and not be institutionalized.
Exactly. Yeah.
A miracle.
On similar ends of the spectrum. That the original title for Rocky, Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
No, I did like your song though. It was
great.
Sad.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, it genuinely had like heart in it. That's why I said like Rocky wrote that shit.
I gotta tell you, I wrote it. I gotta be honest, Robbie. I watched the movie like last weekend, and then for some reason I just forgot that we do a podcast. And when you texted me the other day, like, hey, we'll record at 9, and I was like, I have to write a song. Good Lord. So today I got home from work, and I was like, let me do an acoustic song, because number one, I haven't done one in a while, but number two, that records a lot quicker. So I banged that shit out in about 5 minutes, and I was like, all right, good enough for Rocky. So I appreciate you guys saying nice things, because you know how, like, when you write a song and you don't really listen to it, you don't know how you feel about it until somebody else hears it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. It's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I like it. So I appreciate you guys like it.
In fairness, I say yeah, but then again, I record songs and then only listen to that for the next week.
I used to do that. Like, I used to listen to it and then like be, is this good enough? Is this good enough? But like, I've kind of just been like, I've also had some time, like, scheduling issues, but
Dude, that's why I couldn't be a musician. If I heard the sound of my own recorded voice, I would just immediately vomit.
oh my God.
Out of,
That is a
out of
visceral
just pure
reaction.
embarrassment and shock of what I sound like. Like, I'm not even going to listen to this podcast after it's done. Fuck that. You think I want to hear what my pre-recorded voice sounds like? God damn it. I know I sound like a goddamn dweeb. Because, like, to myself right now, I'm like, oh, I got such a sexy, deep, beautiful voice. But then when I hear it, I sound like the guy who voices Apu when he sounds like normal. Like just a dweeb.
I don't know, but you got a pretty, like, smooth speaking voice.
Oh, thank you. You sound like my girlfriend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Not in like tone, in like what the words you say.
Oh.
I'm noticing a romance blossoming.
I feel it too.
It's only because I just met Andy, so I flirt with people I just met.
Yeah.
Love at first sight.
Terrible habit. I'm always interested in people I just meet.
Rahul, you got anything to promote? And when can they find you on the podcast? And if you're promoting things, reminder that this comes out on March 20th.
I have absolutely nothing to promote. Thank you for the coming out date, but doesn't matter. Nobody books me on shit. I am a waste of a comedian. Thank you for having me on. Presumptuous of you to even call me.
I know that's bullshit, because the last show I was on, you were on.
That was a complete fluke. Wasn't supposed to be on that show. Wasn't supposed to be on any show. I just happen to be on them sometimes. If anybody listening knows producers, has found me funny during what you've listened to, please reach out and book me. Guys, follow me on Instagram, RA_JOOL, Ra_Jewel. That's me. Otherwise, like, I'm hungry for fucking spots, yo. Hungry. I've been emailing and messaging bookers all over the place recently, at least since I quit my job working at the Indian restaurant, but that's a long story. So yeah, that's my plugs. Please put me on shows.
You heard the man, and he is very funny. I don't know what he's talking. He is legitimately very funny. So book Rahul on your shows. He's awesome.
You're a good man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And check him out. Andy, where can they find our music?
You go to Spotify, you go to Apple Music, you go to Deezer.
Deezer?
Yeah, Deezer. You should check it out.
Deezer?
Yeah.
Deezer?
I barely know her.
Nice.
How do you spell that?
I think it's
DEEZER.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have guessed it was DEI, but thank you for saying it's DEEZER.
Yeah. All right. Well, you go there and you search the Royds, ROYDS. You got 2 albums and a Christmas song, and then they're also hot fire. And then you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com.
Deezer.
And, Robbie, that's old news. You go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com, and you can find all of our podcast songs, and we're racking them up. We're doing 2 songs a week, people. Bask in our glory.
Baskin Robbins, our glory.
Very good. Robbie, if somebody were to want to find us on the social media, where would they go?
Oh, well, they would go to Instagram at @the_Royds. They can go to like Twitter or YouTube and at TheRoydsBand, or even TikTok at TheRoyds.
Are you guys on Spotify?
We absolutely are. Type
Oh,
in
sure.
TheRoyds. That was Andy's whole spiel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh wow, man, you guys are on Spotify. That's a pretty big deal, man. Oh man.
It was so far in the beginning, I forgot. You know, you mentioned so many- I got sidetracked. You know.
But you can send us all an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com. Give us a 5-star review.
Tell
And
your
rate it.
friends.
Rate it 5-star too, though. Like, give us a review, say 5 stars in the review, and then put 5 stars. Don't put like 4 stars and then write 5 stars. You know, people do that on IMDb.
No, I haven't seen that.
Some people will go on IMDb and they'll market one thing in the reviews, and then they'll put their actual star rating in their review.
Strange.
They'll say, "I thought this was a 5-star movie. I'm rating it 3 stars though because of XXX."
No. They'll literally put like 8 stars, and then at the end of their review, my rating out of this 6 out of 10. It's like, well, you gave it 8 stars.
No.
Fuck them.
This changed my life. 2 out of 5 stars.
They don't know talent. Who are they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Next week we're doing the Super Mario Brothers movie. Anyone else got anything to say?
I spit on my mic. Which we're doing the one from the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just to
not the new
clarify.
one.
It's in preparation for the new one. So,
Yeah.
Which I think I'm gonna see that in theaters.
Hey, Luigi's.
Nice.
Oh, buongiorno. It's me, Mario.
Hey, yo, Luigi, I gotta fight Bowser soon. You think, what should I tell Princess Peach? I don't know. They're both Italian icons.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, yo, Peach, what are you going to tell your mother when she asks about your black eye?
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Gone on long enough.